Welcome along to one of the biggest weekends in motorsport, here in Monaco. F1 descends on Monte Carlo for the Monaco Grand Prix, a glittering show on the Riviera and a crown for whoever can emerge victorious here. Space may be tight and overtakes few and far between, but that won't stop the drivers battling until the end on this iconic street circuit. Monaco is famous for its many narrow twists and corners. From the brake-heavy Le Rascasse to the treacherous Sand of Ott, there are no proper straights to speak of, and it's extremely hard to overtake here. It sounds like simple advice, but getting up as high on that starting grid as possible is the best plan of attack.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. But all the teams are fighting hard, and there's everything to play for.
Let's get this underway. Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
Monaco can hand out unpredictable results, just like in 1982, when 4 race leaders hit trouble. Riccardo Patrese eventually claimed the win after managing to restart his stalled car by himself with a downhill bump start.
I'd love to know, Karun, your thoughts on Kevin Magnussen so far this weekend.
You know, it's not going well for them at the moment. They haven't been able to put everything together, and it's going to be a lot of work to get back to where they need to be.
And you can't get much more excitement than this on race day. It's the Monaco Grand Prix. The streets of Monte Carlo are ready as the drivers prepare for the 78 laps of the Monaco Grand Prix. Many people here and at home are wondering what the Haas driver can do.
Sure, they'll be chasing the points, but from P16, they've got their work cut out.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? It's time for one of the most exciting races in the world. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
All right, and away we do go. We're going to start off watching Hulkenberg, who's our lead driver at this point, car 2 in 10th place, and he's in 11th place now. And he's going to try and stick there. He's got Gasly behind him and Norris ahead of him. And this Monaco Grand Prix is tight and intense, and there's not a ton to pass him.
Okay. Yeah, my bad.
Yep, always your bad.
Into the left-hander at Massenet. And ends up making contact with the barrier. But no matter the severity of the crash, it's always good to see the driver emerge unharmed.
I said if he has a problem, he's going to go into the wall.
Not much that the team can do about that one.
Man, he's been an utter complete disappointment this whole season.
Damage, I'm sure. I can't see it yet, but I think it is.
Major damage to the front wing. Confirm the pit, get him back out, right?
We'll box now, box now.
Box.
All right, here he is. So I didn't even get to go to their strategies yet. He messes things up so fast. It doesn't even give me a chance to tell you how he's going to mess up. All right, so here's his car. His powertrain, 69. ERS is 40. To be honest, that should be replaced, but it'll be okay until the next race, I believe. His aerodynamics, obviously, his front wing is shot. He's doing the hard and medium strategy, which is moot. His confidence is very low. It should be because he just hit a wall. So yeah, that's our thing here. So we're gonna go ahead and bring him in already.
Box.
Okay, understood.
We'll see from this aspect as they put on the front wing. He's gonna be dead last, but they got the wing off. They've got a new one on. That's pretty cool animation, to be honest. Kind of neat to see. All right, well, you got nobody around you to worry about. Should be able to catch up to the tail at some point. I started him on the hard tires because I figured he can go longer, and then he's going to need to do some catching up at the end. So he would start with the harder and then go softer. And I had no clue he would. Well, I mean, I guess, like I said, I'm not surprised really at all that he hit a wall on his first lap. I'm a little surprised on his first lap. I figured it would have been in the first 3 laps. And I'm going to guess he's going to hit it again. I don't think he's done using the walls to keep him on the track.
DRS is enabled for reference.
So,
P11.
yeah, he's
Next car, Norris. Car behind you at the moment is Gasly.
he's just utterly amateur this season, and just horribly pathetic. And I wouldn't say it with him in the room, but look what you're looking at here. So let's not waste any more time on him. All right, we're gonna go back to Hulkenberg. His powertrain's 40, or his ERS is 42. His engine's 70. Gearbox is good. All the things.
Gasly's hit the wall somewhere. Not sure where. Caution for debris.
Gasly's behind us, right behind us. Ooh, yeah. It's a tight freaking course, man.
And for the crew watching on in the garage, that really must have been a hard one to take.
Yeah, Gasly is... And look at that. He's still at 15. He's still not going to be as far back as Magnussen. Although I think he's going to have to come in for some repairs. But, okay, so anyway, we are running on Hulkenberg here at 11th place. Solidly 11th. He's going to start off soft and go for it. Like a lot of the guys around him are on softs. Get up as far as he can, then run the hards out the rest of the race. Because he's a actual pro driver. And here's all the things, yeah. So go back to him real quick. Where I'll go, let's check his cameras. He comes around here, he's going to be on this next trick. So he's in 11th. He's got Norris ahead of him. So there's a lot of room ahead of him. I don't know how, I mean, I think he could catch Norris at some point. That shouldn't be a problem. We're going to need to get Norris out of the points anyway. Let's check leader tires. Everyone is running the softs except for Magnussen. So in this race, every team has decided to go soft hard. Except Magnussen's going hard soft. So they're all going to come in. Magnussen's going to be able to catch up. And now he's 19th because the other guy who crashed came in behind him. But I don't know how many spaces he's going to be able to catch in that because they're still so far ahead of him. He's got to do some racing. But Hulkenberg's got a little ways to go. He usually warms up a little bit and then he starts to really get to race. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it on tires. Look behind him. Okay, he's got De Vries right behind him. And Albon right behind him. Let's see if he can get them in his rear view. Now they've got the DRS on, so they're gonna close the gap on the straight here. And there's just that one DRS sector, and this whole circuit is on that home lap. So this may be just very familiar territory. Essentially, the only way someone's gonna get around someone is if someone makes a mistake. Well, it's often the way it is at Monaco, at least. But we'll see. I mean, I think he gets stronger as he gets going, so he may get some distance out ahead of these guys. He may outpace them and start to put them back there a little ways. It's just that they're going to catch up a lot when they hit the DRS sector. Now, this is not a DRS sector here, and he almost loses them there. So how close is Norris? He's coming around the turns here. He's got him in his sights. I don't know. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about Hulkenberg. I mean, at this point, if Hulkenberg goes from 11 up to 10, we got one of the Alpines behind us already. We got at this point, both of the AlphaTauris. If we keep AlphaTauri behind us, and we could leapfrog McLaren there, or I mean, McLaren. That could be what we need. Unfortunately, it's Norris, and Norris is a pretty good driver. But this is what it looks like to drive on the side of the helmet cam. This is what Nico Hulkenberg sees as he whips around the streets of Monaco. And it's really cool. Here's the the hairpin there. Bring it right up to the wall. Bring it outside here. Bring it up to this wall. And now go. Going underneath the building. Pretty darn cool. Check these two here. Got the nice stands behind him there. So yeah, there's the best seats right there in the back of these these huge yachts. Let's see what to talk about. Magnussen is in 19th, and he's got Gasly's right on him. But I gotta say, and it's funny. It's like we didn't get the memo about the tires. I can't believe everyone went soft hard. Literally, your options were soft hard, medium hard, or hard soft. So nobody picked the medium hard. And I almost thought about the medium hard. Oh, that's right. 35% chance of rain in 4 minutes. We may actually get weather here at Monaco. Now that, wow, that would introduce, that shakes things up quite a bit. And unfortunately, I don't think it works generally in our favor. I think the AI principals really know what to do in rain. Like exactly when to bring their guys in, and I don't. So, I mean, it's kind of all going to happen around the same time, and then maybe a log jam if and when it rains. I mean, it's actually forecasted to rain, and I forgot about that. All right, he no longer has DeVries right on his butt here. I mean, there's DeVries. Okay, now he sees him. But you gotta go around here because DeVries is gonna put on his DRS, I think. Maybe? I don't know. I couldn't see if he had his DRS on. But I think he's putting some room ahead of DeVries. Like I said, I think he's loosening that gap. Now the question remains, is he closing the gap with Norris? And I think it does look like he is, slowly but surely. So I think if he keeps running this race like he is, he's fine. We already have very high rubber and very high grip. This track doesn't take long to get coated because it's very narrow and very short in general. Let's see here. Yeah, so the weather could be an equalizer. We're going to keep an eye on that. Last season, I had, I think, a couple races that we had weather in. I think I fared pretty well. I didn't know what to do when it happened. I think we came out of it okay. Actually, I think I held out just the right amount of time on one. I think it seems like I accidentally made the right choice and put him out at the right time, and then ended up, I think, getting some extra space. But yeah, this is the premier auto race, I think, in the world. It's usually the Monaco F1 Grand Prix. It's a huge event in Monaco. All the richest, most famous people in the world are there watching this. I mean, they are often at F1 races anyway, but you know, in southern Europe at this time of year, it's an A-list of who's who at this thing, and it would be funny to be there as a sort of nobody. See how close you can actually get to the action, and everything is just way overpriced. And I'm sorry I had this game. I was working my way up toward catching up towards the real world calendar, which is what I would like to do with this sim. And as I caught right up towards where Monaco was, I did a practice and I broadcast that to Twitch. It's Tommy Naperville on Twitch, and then I did time trials, and then I got busy, and really busy, and weeks went by working on other stuff, and you know, setting other things for priority, and then and now here I am with falling behind again. I think after this one we got the Spanish Grand Prix, and I got to work these back in, and again I'm gonna have to do, I think,
More rain expected.
more rain.
Copy.
You mean rain? We haven't had it yet, right? Hold on. I gotta throw something up. Be right back. All right, we are in the studio here. Got the cans on and the mic. It's a JLab Go Talk mic, if you like the way it sounds. I add a little bit of bass boost on EQ through OBS. I mean, the mic sounds good without it. I think, I want to say it's like a $75 mic. I don't know. I got it through work, through a program we had at work where they, you know, you get rewards. And, you know, you got a whole list of different things you can pick from, and I took this one. But based on our points system, I think the points to dollars conversion, I think I had 750 points or something like that. I think it's like 10 points per dollar or whatever it was. Whatever it was, I think it works out to be 75 bucks. I actually didn't look it up online. But anyway, what I'm saying is, you're in the market for a microphone, and I do recommend. I got another boom mic, which is only 40 bucks, and it works. I think, generally speaking, most of the boom mics are superior to what you find on headsets. And for the longest time, it's like, well, I'm not spending money on that anyway. I needed to save up for my new PC. But now that I got these boom mics, I love them. I use this one here for my main gaming. Okay, 50% chance of rain in 3 minutes. I gotta keep an eye on the track, on the dryness there. See this top? I'll move my cursor to it. That dry. Once that starts to go on, I want to get my guy in. Yeah, 2 minutes rain looks like. But yeah, I got this boom mic through work, and I think it sounds notably better than my microphone headset. Now I also got a new headset too. A friend helped me get it. It's a SteelSeries headset, really nice headset. It's got the best headset microphone I've ever had. And it works well for flying, which is what I use it for. But it's even a little too high range responsey, so it sounds kind of like you're talking through radio, which actually works perfectly for the flight simulators. But the other normal games, I'm usually on this mic, and then that other boom mic I have for the truck sim, which I think also works very well over there. So, if you're serious about, you know, broadcasting, and you got your own channel or something like that, I recommend, you know, and again, as far as the tech goes, I had more focus on the computer itself, on some of the peripherals that I use for, you know, driving, flying, and so forth. And then after that, you know, you kind of figure your own priorities, but at some point you're probably going to want to get a fair microphone. It'll really help you out with your sound. And like I said, that $40 microphone, all right, I want to bring them in for the...
There's rain.
Copy.
How do I bring them in? Where do I bring them in? All right, I'm going to bring him in first. I want to get intermediates. Right? Or do I? Yeah, I do. We're going to put the intermediates on right now.
that. Box this lap.
I'm gonna let him go a little further.
This lap.
We're going to box sprinters.
Yeah, because this is going up in 4 minutes. Everyone else is gonna come in. He's gonna come in. Everyone else looks like they're gonna come in a little later. But I want him in right away. And then he could stay out.
Good left.
Copy that.
Oh, we got other crews
We
out
expect
too.
rain again.
Yeah, copy.
I'm gonna do the same for him. Right now he's out.
Box now, box.
Now, what exactly happened there, Karun?
So Hulkenberg pulled in. Oh, that's where things went wrong.
The rear left jack. Fourth. Alright, all these other guys are in the pit,
Clear out.
but they're behind him.
Box.
Unfortunately, now I'm going to have this. You hear this audio artifact? You're going to hear that the rest of the race, I think, unless I'm here. All these other guys are going in the pit, but he's back here. Look at all that traffic in the pit. Oh, he's just coming out of pit lane. Pit stop issue.
So the Mercedes crew are out.
You're
And
right, Jack.
that's where they struggle taking the tire off.
I think I just saw a car go right through them, you know? And they had both cars, one after another. So who's ahead of him? Tsunoda? Hamilton too.
Karun Chandong, talk us through this one.
The team at Mercedes are waiting.
Both
But
of
there's
them.
a problem jacking up the car.
Mercedes has a problem on both cars. Ooh, that hurts. All right, all those guys are in the pit still. He's got to be able to get around somebody, right? He's got to get around somebody. He went in before everybody else. How could he pass nobody? Get around, get around, get around, get around him. Jump up, jump up, jump up. Jump up, get around him, get around him, get around him. Ooh. So he came in exactly where he left off. Doggone, I thought he would. Well, Sargent had a pit stop issue. Oh.
Over to you, Karun.
The Williams team take their places.
Is all this because of the rain?
Ah, but the car isn't released properly.
All this stuff going on, man. It is a busy pit stop. All right, I think these tires are rated up to 4 millimeters. We're going to see how this goes. But he's in 11th right now. Where is... All right, and here's the guy in front of him. He lost some space. How is that possible? We came into pit before he did. So how did he come in after us and then still get out ahead of us? I don't understand that. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time figuring that out. Magnussen's back in 20th. Oh, did he just get past? What the heck is he doing? Oh, he's got Verstappen right behind him. He's getting lapped. Look at that rain. Could you imagine what that looked like on your helmet? Okay, anyway, here we are. Back looking at Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg has De Vries behind him. Albon behind him. I think he's got a good gap behind them. And it looks like, again, he's catching back up to Norris. So 1.57 on the dampness there. 80% chance in 4 minutes. Yeah, it's actually raining in Monaco. How about that? Lap 17 of 78 laps. Oh my gosh, I couldn't recall. Yeah, and this, you get still this graphic artifact left over, which is why you hear it growling. Like you hear that. That's going to be there the rest of the race if you go to his cameras. And that's why when you hear him go by, you're going to hear, because it's also stuck there. It's like triggered this certain state of the car engine. And because of that, that's what you're going to hear. Still 80% chance of rain in 3 minutes. I'm trying to look to see. Okay, so he could see Norris up ahead of him. He's got De Vries coming up on him. I don't know how well he drives on intermediate tires, you know? Right now it's a steady light rain. So you need the intermediates, but we're not looking at wet tires yet. It's not going to be like a downpour like that where you need those wet tires. Now the question then becomes, it was kind of easier for me to decide to throw these on. It's coming back off them that I struggle with. I get some dryness here. And yeah, that comes off that turn pretty good. He's looking good here. He's got some space behind him. He does need to get around Norris though. Let's take a look at sectors. Everyone's got one pit. We got two. Everyone's running slower on these sectors. Now it shouldn't be difficult to outpace your last sector if you're being super cautious and then you get a little gas on the next lap. Problem is here, I couldn't tell if De Vries had his DRS on. That would be a great seat right back there, right? These people standing on the balcony of their hotel. That would be awesome. Yeah, so it's tough to keep this season going during the baseball season, and that's sort of the problem that I often have. It's baseball season time, and Pete and I are twice a week working on that. So it takes up a lot of time, and then the editing of that, and then here you're left in a situation where then this takes a couple hours a week as well. So it's tough. It's tough to manage though. Now it looks like De Vries is getting closer to us, which is not good. I don't like that. Especially if he's using his DRS on the stretch. And we want to get close enough to Norris that we could use our DRS.
What's going on?
Yep, we're going to look through the data. Just carry on for now.
Alright. I gotta swap out that ERS in the next race. The other thing is also this week, at least as I'm recording this, Construction Simulator, which has been on my wish list for a while, has dropped in price, and they got a free-to-play week. So I was like, oh shoot! So I decided to load that up and try it out. Again, I'm not sure if I buy it right now at 18. I think I'd want it to be closer to 10 before I bought it. But I wanted more than anything to see if I needed to keep it on the wish list or just dump it off. Was it worth me keeping it on there? And it's tough because there's a lot of games like that. Yeah, De Vries is catching us. This is not good. He's closing the gap. And we've got Norris there, but we're not getting closer to him. This is not good. I don't like this. DeVries is racing very well in intermediates, and we're not. Alright, so the water, it looks like it stopped raining a little. The water's coming down a bit. Oh, DeVries is right there. He's right on us. He's not using his DRS, though. Oh, this stinks. Anyway, what I was going to say was... shoot, man. Look at this. 3.9. I forget what the threshold is for... Okay, there's Norris there. Are we closing with him too? So yeah, I tried some of this construction simulator, and I hope this doesn't take too much of my time away, though. But I think it's one of those games that looks like Repeat and I both like to play it. I think we would have fun playing it together. But right now, like, we have Farm Simulator, and that's similar in the sense that we're both working together to sort of run a farm. We can either, we could run a farm, we could run a construction company, whichever floats your boat. But right now, we're going to have time for the farming. I'm thinking if we had the time, I kind of like the sound of farming together a little bit more than construction work together. But it's what I've seen so far. This is pretty good. I mean, if it dropped down around $10 or if it was free to play on Epic, I'd grab it. But again, I don't know how much that would work its way into the mix. There's so many games I really enjoy that I really want to play. I haven't even put on the channel yet. I just haven't found time. And then there's these games that I play with some regularity because they're my standout favorites. So, stuff. There's a lot of really, and it's a good problem now. There's so many really good games. It's like I don't have time to really put them all up there. But I guess I'm glad I'm struggling with the time. I mean, if I did nothing but these games, I think that'd be pretty shallow. I'm glad I have a life outside of gaming. It's more important. But when it's like now, it's 10:45 p.m. on a weeknight, everyone else is off to bed, so this is sort of my creative outlet. And I know, again, a lot of this what you're seeing right here is watching the race. I'm watching it too, but there's most of my work happens between races, and this is where I see it play out. But there's some tweaking and some input. Yeah, I'm not seeing the DRS come on in this rain, but man, DeVries is just on us. It's on us like a wetsuit, and look at this. He's trying to pass us. What the heck? Why is he so good on intermediate tires? And how come we're not closing in on Norris? If we get down to 12th, I'll be concerned. Here the whole time I'm thinking maybe we could leapfrog Norris, and that put us in just a great spot. But if AlphaTauri, especially DeVries, passes us and keeps us out of the points that far, that's a real kick in the teeth. But now here, okay, 80% chance of rain still in 4 minutes. As long as it's north of 50, I'm not thinking about much else. And it doesn't look like with the 1.44 millimeters, I think it came up to 1.57 at one point. 4 millimeters is how deep it would need to be to come in and put your wet tires on. And right now, at least the clouds, as they show it, don't look dark and looming like that. That doesn't look like heavy rain. So I do not think that the wets are going to come out for this race. I think we'll be on intermediates until which point it dries up. But I do think that given the race length, 23 laps is 78, that the rain probably will abate at some point. It'll stop, and we'll need to switch back. And depending on when that is in the race, I would either have to throw on mediums or softs. Now, I think it was Brazil last year where I went with where we did one of our rain ones where we went to intermediates, and then the rain stopped and we came back to our regular tires, and then the rain picked back up again. We came back in again for the intermediates, so we were in and out of the pit that day. And like I said, I think I set the timing right. All right, now he gave a little bit of a gap there for De Vries. It's like he held with him for a bit. I told you. I think as Kevin finds his pace, he starts to look better as the race goes on. Problem is, he was largely untested, I think, with intermediates. So I could tell you that, as far as the strategy goes, that's how it worked on dry tires. I guess I assumed it would be similar on intermediates. I always figured wet tires were kind of an equalizer for everyone. I mean, it changes your pace, but I didn't imagine that the game mechanics were such that some drivers were really good on wets and others weren't. But maybe they are. And if that is the case, it's possible that it is a factor. Now here again, now it looks like De Vries is closing the gap again. I'm not sure. It's tough. I guess I'll just be quiet about that, because I don't know. Yeah, there's a neat looking hotel there. It'd be great to have one of those balconies. Although on race weekend, that room's going for $1,500 a night at least, if not $3,500. Yeah, could you imagine getting a couple buddies here from the States, going to Europe, staying one night in a hotel room, spending $1,500? Or $2,500, right? Like $500 a piece for the 5 of you. And then you couldn't eat anywhere in town. You'd have to get you have to rent a car or get a bus and go out into the interior of the country to get a sandwich. So it didn't cost you $35 for a panini. That's good. I guess it shows that I've never been to Monaco because I just don't have that kind of cash. That'd be neat though. And again, it's one of those things where, and I really like F1, and it would seem so awesome. But since I don't have the money, if I had the money, I'd probably spend it elsewhere. There's a lot of places. I know I'm going to get on a tangent here, but I tend to do this. It's a long race, people. The race, lap 26 is 78. I mean, we're a third of the way. Literally, we got twice as much race ahead of us as behind us. So I'm going to wander. Money-wise, there's just a lot of places in the world that it would be neat to go to, that I'd like to go to, that I probably will never go to because the money's too much. And if all of a sudden you found yourself with the time and the money, there are places I would like to go that would still take a back seat to other places, even places that I've been. I'd really love to go to Asia, particularly to Japan, and that's kind of a recent thing. But I just feel like, I don't know, if we had the money to go to Japan, we'd probably go to Italy. Even though we've been before, it's just, it's got a softer place in our heart. Some of these other places, and we've been to the Caribbean several times. It's tough, to go somewhere in the winter. Recently we went on a little ski trip, and it's tough to spend, hundreds of dollars to go skiing when you're like, boy, that same amount of money, we can go on a cruise to the Caribbean. Hey, it's winter. Who wants to go outside skiing all day, or would you rather go swimming in the ocean and lounging on a beach? It's I like them both, which is why we did the ski trip this last year, and it is a lot of fun, man. We went to Boyne Mountain in Michigan, and yeah, good powder, great snow this year. So in Boyne in Michigan, this is 2025 as I record this. Boyne over here in Illinois, we didn't have a whole lot of snow this winter. It was not a snowy winter. And as I recall, it was cold enough. It wasn't like a warm winter. It was cold enough. It was just kind of a drought winter. It was, below freezing a good amount of the winter, but we didn't get the snowfall. It just wasn't wet. But out there in Michigan, with the lake effect, they got hammered. I think they were saying it was like one of their biggest snowfall years in, I don't know if it was, I forget what the time period was, but normally, we go up to the slopes. This is Boyne Mountain is in north central Michigan. If you're looking at the glove, it's up towards, the second digit on your ring finger in the mitten. Or maybe the end of the first digit. It's up there toward the top. Anyway, great area for skiing. In the Midwest is probably the best skiing. Let me look at 1.62. All right, so we got good water on the track. Although it doesn't look like it's lightning a little bit. Not lightning, but lightening the sky at least. So we get out there to Boyne, and we pass through a town just south of the resort. And it says the total snowfall so far this year 222 inches. When we got to the slope, the kid who was helping us with our boots is like, yeah, it's record. He said usually, most winters we get a 65 inch. It's basically about a 5-foot snow. And he said, yeah, we're up to 225 at that point when we were in there. That's 18 feet of snow. They normally get about 5 feet, and they got 18 feet. It's more than 3 times their average. And it was in fact, he said there's so much snow, they're hoping to be open until June now. Till now, they're finally closing the slopes. I don't know. I haven't heard anything from them in a while. I'm on their mailing list, but probably closed before. They probably closed in May, though. But just crazy snow base. Great year for skiing in northern Michigan. We want to work our way up towards Colorado. We'd love to do a Colorado ski trip at some point. I know my wife has done that once. And we'd like to go back before we're so old that we can't anymore. I mean, I know some people could ski into their 70s. I think these are people who've skied since they were a child. We started skiing in our either our late teens or 20s. So if we ski up till the time we're about 60, that could be fun. After that, we might. You still could, but you might hang up the skis after that. It's you're more likely to injure yourself the older you get. I know I had a thing where both my skis sort of went different directions when I was trying to stop once, and I felt this big pull, and I'm like, oh my gosh, just a little more pressure, and I would have either blown out a hip or a groin or something, and that would have been bad. But still, lots of fun. We went fast. It's fun, and you gotta have it. Gotta have that fun. I think we are closing the gap. It looks like here on Norris, just slightly. So we'll have to keep on his pitting. We're at 2 millimeters about right now. Yeah, there we go. 2 millimeters. Very low rubber now and normal grip. We're up above 2, but I don't think we're going to get to 4. I just don't think so. It's possible. I'm going to stop talking for 5 seconds. Just long enough to burp. Okay, there we go. All right, so I wouldn't, until we got to 3.5, I wouldn't even worry. So, I mean, the rain is picking up, but it's not terrible. Yeah, so construction simulator, tried it out. Looks good. If construction, you're thinking, like, if we didn't have the farming or any of the other stuff, it is kind of cool. Like, one of you could be doing an excavator, the other one could be doing a truck. I do, like, we're guys who kind of like that stuff. Not to say that girls like this stuff too, but yeah, as a young boy, every kid wanted to do that, or would look at them, work at a construction crew, and be like, oh, that looks awesome. I get, once we're doing our baseball team's going to be heading back home in Texas, I want to do some more flying, which I've been doing Yeah, and you will have seen by this point. You will have seen my little, actually both of my sightseeing tours over the Chicago area where I live and where I grew up. So, if you're interested in seeing those sights from the air, that was a lot of fun to do. Once you get down to Texas, where I do not actually live in real life, but that's where our team is based. So it's like our virtual home. I'm going to fly from Fort Worth to Austin in Cessna 172 and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. That's the other 2020. And I'm going to be using, there's two payware that I have. One of them is Beyond ATC, which is an ATC traffic mod, which overwrites the whole traffic for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it's pretty all encompassing. I already did it once, flying out to from Goodyear, Arizona, up to Prescott, Arizona. Hold on one second. So if you want to see kind of how it works, you can check that out. But I'm also going to do it from Fort Worth to Austin, Texas, where I'm going to go hunting in Hunting Simulator 2. Which is, I got two hunting simulators. We got the Hunter Call the Wild, which I've hunted with Pete quite a bit. I haven't done it in a long time. Really missed that sim. That's a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to doing that again. But I got the Hunter 2 on a big, huge sale. Or Hunting Simulator 2. Different game engine. Looks good, but on my old machine, I had occasional stutter in places. I think I mentioned this before, and I thought, well, this sim doesn't look graphically more intense. So I'm kind of surprised it was stuttering. It looked like it should have been an easier game to render, but apparently it wasn't. So I didn't really play it on my old machine, and now that I got the new one, I want to play it and really, really see what it can do. So I'm going to go hunting down in Texas in that one. And then I'm going to fly an Aerofly FS4, the return route from Austin back up to Fort Worth in a Cessna 172. And then again, the plan there is going to be, I'm going to start to graduate aircraft. So there's a couple places. Now I'm going to get American Truck Simulator and drive, well, we're home in Texas, to a couple different places that some of them connect with where the baseball season's going to be. And along the route, there's places where I'm going to fly in different aircraft. I'm going to take a P-38 twin engine, fighter bomber from World War II, and fly it through the Grand Canyon. So I'm going to get a load from Phoenix, where my truck is right now, on up to Grand Canyon Village. Do that flight, head on up to Page, take a flight in the Trimotor, which is looked like a German, personnel aircraft, with destination being Page. I'm gonna do the Horseshoe Bend in Brink Traveler while I'm there, and then when I get out to Kayenta or around that area, I'm gonna do an introductory flight in the Beechcraft Baron 58 twin engine. So I'm going to upgrade aircraft to keep moving up, flying new stuff. And in Aerofly FS4, it's going to be the Baron 58, which is that, like I said, that twin engine. From the Cessna 172, the next one up is the Baron. And then in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, the next one up is looks like we're gonna get lapped here by Verstappen. The next one up is, but he gave us some space there for De Vries. The next one up is what did I have? The Beechcraft Bonanza. I'm gonna fly that a little bit. I know I flew it before, and then I'm just gonna start sort of working my way the different aircraft in in those flight sims to get some more time in them. All right, we're gonna move over here to let stop and go around us, but we don't got too much space because there's debris right on us. Now we're hoping he slows down Norris when he catches him. Where are we at on the rain? 161. This is tough. This is tough because we're gonna end up Hulkenberg if he doesn't hit the wall. He's either gonna be 10th, 11th, or 12th. Right in this grouping here. So this is a lot of racing to vie for one spot. You know, potential slide of 2 spots. I do not like how close De Vries is here, and I need Ferrari to come in and slow him down. Let's go to his onboard camera, even though it's going to sound funny. Here they are right behind us. It's like a parade. He's got to let Ferrari go around him, but he's going to do that in the tunnel. Right there, he's pulled over. That gives us a little room. We're going to have to do the same in a minute. Maybe we'll do it on this next straight. Maybe not. The chicane. There's the chicane. Now maybe we'll do it on the home straight. Home stretch. I think that's where we might end up doing it. Right here. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now get up. Don't let him get closer. Oh, he's letting somebody pass him. He's being lapped as this Aston Martin coming along now. Alonso. Where did Alonso come from this year? Who the heck is Norris? He's getting further out ahead. I think the more this race goes on, the less likely we are to... oh, he's fighting him. The less likely we are to get 10th. And it seems to me the rest of the race becomes trying to keep 11th. Trying to keep AlphaTauri behind us. It's embarrassing we're getting lapped at lap 37. We might get lapped twice. Alright, rubber's very low, grip is low. So we gotta be careful. We may start to see some incidents if drivers aren't careful. Yeah, no, behind us, this is Perez. I don't know what the heck happened to De Vries. We're letting Perez go around us. And we're off. Alright, there's De Vries. Doggone, that guy just won't go away. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Alright, yeah, so upgrading in the flying. What else? I still have to get the restaurant back in the restaurant again. I do love that sim. That is so much fun doing the different recipes and the cooking and stuff. It's just running your restaurant. It's so enjoyable again. So little time. Then there's other games I want to do that I haven't done yet. And some of them long form, like the like Mafia game. That's fun. I'll edit that a little bit, make it like a TV show. Then there's Mafia 2. There's Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead 2. I mean, you know, the story mode. So, and you know, oh gosh, just so many games. So, I don't know. It's all rather ambitious. We'll see what happens. We'll just have to see. I can't believe we are at 39 of 78, so we're halfway. Isn't that right? We're at the halfway mark right now. I hope you're really enjoying this. I did not expect this would be that long. Actually, I thought the total distance... Now, I know that obviously the track length is way shorter than most other tracks. But I thought the total distance was also shorter. Now again, what happened to DeVries? Okay, there's DeVries. Not that I need him to be there, but... Okay, he's back there. Alright, he doesn't quite show up in that view. That's good. That's good. 1.76 millimeters, 80% chance of rain. Still looks like we got a lot. Okay, DeVries is just now coming on that turn. Or is that DeVries, or is that... Almost looks like a Mercedes. I don't know. Magnussen's still hanging out in 20th. In 20th. He quickly takes himself out of the race completely, drops all the way to the back, and then just stays there like it's his own little solitude, his own little alone time. I gotta dump his ass. I don't know if he's gonna do anything, but I mean he is Haas. How does Haas let him go? Because we got one driver in Hulkenberg who is fine. Hulkenberg's not going to get us on any podiums. But then the question is, principle becomes, is it the car or the driver? Or both? So I don't know if spending a bunch of money to dump one of these drivers and getting a different driver is going to pay off. I mean, if we get a premier, better driver and stick him in, a fifth-rate car, that's just going to slow him down. And he's not going to perform like he's been performing for the team that we get him from. So I don't know. Well, this would be great weather to head in. Like if you're in one of these resort hotels here, head on inside and get some kind of spiced cocktail. Something more, even like mulled wine, some sort of, something like that. Have some more, have some capres. Maybe some, what am I looking for? Burrata. With a spiced cocktail and then an espresso. Be a nice way to spend an afternoon in Monaco. Just look up at the TV screens once in a while, see how miserable these guys are. Although, yeah. I mean, I'm sure they'd much rather be driving in dry weather. I think the wet would be bothersome. I mean, maybe it would be a little cooler, so they wouldn't be overheating as much. It's not like desert racing, but nobody really looks forward to racing Monaco in the rain, especially Monaco with just the tightness of the track, narrow lanes, not a whole lot of room for error. You make an error, you end up like Kevin Magnussen. And unfortunately, we got that noise as he comes around. Otherwise, I'd go to his cameras more often. We'll go here again. We'll see what's going on. Let's go to see where we're at with. Oh wow, look at that. So Norris is 39 seconds behind Hamilton. I think is what that's saying. And we're 3 seconds behind him. And about a half second behind us is DeVries. Albon's 10 more seconds back. He's right back here. So that's what's called the interval. Off the leader, yeah, we've been lapped already. Everyone's on the intermediates. I mean, we could run these intermediates out to the end of the race. We don't have to pit anymore. So I'm actually kind of hoping the rain just keeps it going. Now we're starting to see Norris. It'll be nice. We can, I think, our best bet, our best I'll keep the interval. Our best chances are for it to keep raining like this the rest of the race. You know, not too much rain, enough that we don't have to switch to wets. We could stay on intermediates for the rest of the race. We may be able to catch Norris and get around him for the points. We just may. That's our best option. Our worst option is if the rain picks up and we got to go to wets, because we're almost guaranteed to come off those wets. Second worst would be is if it dries up, because I'm not confident that I'll get the timing right on the pit. Which would get him in. That heats the tires up a little bit there, gets them warm just before going into this set of curves. There's DeVries back there. So Ferrari slowed him down, but we got nobody between us and Norris, though. That's the problem. So Ferrari's going to slow us down before they slow Norris down. And there's Norris. Now we can't catch or pass. I don't know. You know, I haven't seen anybody use the DRS. So it's entirely possible that you are not allowed to use DRS during rain. Which wouldn't surprise me. It makes sense. Oh, so I was thinking about Monaco, and then I was thinking about like the 18th century, because I mean, look at this place, right? Doesn't this look like 1700s Europe? And it made me think of another game that's on my wish list that I'm really looking forward to, at least from what I know about it right now. But you know, with some of these grand games, the development cycle can change and the game could change. But right now, I really like what I'm seeing from the game Ahoy, and that is a 18th century simulation, essentially, where you could become a ship captain or even a crew member on an 1700s ship in the Caribbean. And they're trying to model the Caribbean out, you know, historically. So a lot of the towns are supposed to be historic, and they're keeping historic accuracy on a lot of things, even including the ships. And ship captains will captain their ships. They'll have a bunch of NPC crew. Okay, he's got the same thing with the DRS, the ERS, but he's not going to need it in the rain. So, your AI crew you need to manage, and then in multiplayer, you can join on as a crew member for somebody else. So, it's pretty interesting, and from what it sounds like, you sign up as being, you know, from a certain country, and then, you know, this sort of dynamic multiplayer world plays out, and, you know, I guess like shifting lines and stuff like that. Some towns will change hands or whatnot, and, you know, shifting alliances and stuff, and, you know, sort of the battle lines move, and they're going to have like a simulated economy. But they said you could go out and look for battle, be a privateer or whatever. They said, or you can just, you know, float on your ship and play chess with your friend, you know, as the under the moonlight, you know. So it's like, I like that aspect of, you know, you're not just dropped into insanity. You've got this space that you can sort of take, and you're sailing, right? So it's not like you're fast traveling from this place. Oh, here's somebody else. I want to go fight this person. I'm going to go over here. You know, you may decide to sail from Tortuga to San Juan, you know, and you're going to have to do that. So, and it's obviously, you know, I think if you think along the lines of, you know, Euro or American Truck Simulator, it's not my understanding is it's not a 1-to-1 scale of the map. I think it's an accurate map, but scaled down a little bit So I don't know what the ratio would be. But they're starting to put a lot more videos out about where they are and what their plans are. But I know, like, yeah, time of day progresses where you could, if you sat there and you just looked at a tree, you'd see the sun slowly moving across the sky. So it's not real time. A full day is a day. I don't know what the time progression scale will be, but it'll be. They'll try and match it so that if it's a 3-day sail from Tortuga to San Juan, that they would try and measure that out. I would think so. I think they're working on all that. It's just not. It's exciting at this point, and I think they're looking at a 2026 release. But again, it's one of those big giant grand games where it's like years back. One of the few games I ever bought full price, and I guess I regret it a little bit, is Sea of Thieves. And at the time it was really kind of breakthrough. But I still love it. Just and it's just that sailing. It's that time period. I don't need like the pirate stuff as much. I kind of like the the colonial conquest kind of mechanic. Conquest and exploration. Just hitting the seas with your buddies, stopping into a port and saying, okay, what do they have here? What do we have? What can we sell? And then all of a sudden, there's a ship on the horizon. What the heck's going on here? Now the problem is, like in Sea of Thieves, the way it works is it's basically PvE. So anytime you see someone, assume they want to kill you. I think I've met 2 friendly people in that game ever. The rest just immediately try to attack you and take everything you have. Now that's going to be different in Ahoy, because that's not the goal. You don't conquer the world. I think even because you inhabit this space. I think with NPC governance as well. So if you went around and just started, it sounds like if you went around and just started attacking people, you'd become a pirate and you'd have some sort of a bounty on you, and then all of a sudden you're a target that everyone is rewarded for going after. So if you decide I'm going to declare war on everybody, pretty soon you'll find out that everyone's declared war on you and not each other. And that's the way it should be. If you're just belligerent to everybody, you should find that anytime that everyone else, including computer ships, are kind of teaming up together to try and take you down. But it sounds like mostly too that it's you've got a national affiliation. So if you're English, you're going to be friendly with other English ships that you see, or if you're not at war with, if you're friendly with France at the time or whatever, in a war with Spain, you meet a French ship, you're not going to attack them because that's going to be an international issue, and you're going to suffer penalty for it. So that's nice. I like, because then it encourages some more cooperation, as opposed to just fight everybody you see. So that'll be neat. I'm looking forward to that. We'll see if I ever have time to do any of it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other titles that I already have that I want to time in there. I got a fireworks simulator. I want to set up a fireworks display for the 4th of July, although that's going to be coming up in a bit here, isn't it? It's already June. It's already mid-June. I should work on that. I forget what it's called. Yeah, I should start playing around with that. Get a fireworks thing going for 4th of July. I forget what it's called, but it's a super fun. It's actually multiplayer. You can get your buddies in there and set up some displays, and they even have, you could set up propane tanks and blow the crap out of everybody. But realistically speaking, you could set up your own displays and time them out and everything like that. So I should take a look at that actually sooner than later, shouldn't I? I think for Farming Simulator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get back into that. We have Farm Simulator 2022. I know 25 is the one that's out now, but Pete and I have a farm in 2022, and I said, and he's been super busy too, and I said, let's farm together, but do you mind if I do some stuff? And he's like, yeah, he's kind of at the point where he doesn't want to do a bunch of research on it. So I'm going to try and match that with the, I see how well it went with this, match it with the real world calendar. So I think we're in August. So when it gets to August, I think I'm going to say, hey, you want to do some farming? If he can't, then I will. And if he can, then we'll do it together. But I don't think there's harvest until September anyway. So I think that's what we'll do with that. I'd like to do another Storm Chasers at some point, especially with Pete. That's a blast. I know there's other Storm Chaser games out there. There's Outbreak, which is, I understand, a pretty good weather simulator, but also still, I think, kind of poorly optimized. Still, even it was one I had on my wish list and then took it off. After I heard it just get panned by people, like, I can't believe they released this thing in this shape. And that's, I mean, you know, there's a lot of that going on in gaming these days, and I think you got to push back against it. If you just say, oh, that's just the way it is, then that'll be the way it always is. But if you show your displeasure, eventually, you know, up and coming game developers going to say, yeah, let's be the game that doesn't do that crap. Let's be a game that delivers something that works on and you see a lot more of that in the indie games do that a lot better. They release something that's pretty polished at the go. It's usually the big companies and the big expensive games that with huge teams of people that have these problems. So, yeah, there's Norris. You never know. I'm looking forward to eventually F1 hitting Las Vegas. That's going to be cool. I want to see them racing down the Vegas Strip. What else? As far as the games in development, I don't know. Oh, let's see. I got my phone. Do I have my phone down here? I don't have my phone down here. How do I not have my phone down here? Where'd I leave my phone? I always have my phone. I don't have it now. I was going to look something up on it. So it was going to tell me a few things. But anyway, forget it. Just forget it. Whatever. I'm running out of things to talk about. I've been talking nonstop for... Let's see. It's been an hour and 11 minutes, and we're at lap 53 of 78. This is a long day of rainy racing, isn't it? We got 25 more laps. Roughly a third. Like, I'm thinking at this point, I don't even know if if I may have to pause this, come back to it. You wouldn't see it. You would see just a, quick edit. But where I'm at now, real time, it's Monday night, 11:28 p.m. I work tomorrow. So there goes Aston Martin around us. So I gotta get up. I would like to be, if I'm asleep at midnight, that works out okay. I'll get enough. I would like more sleep, but I'll get enough sleep. But I have to be in bed by midnight. Now that's a half an hour from now. And we're at an hour 12. And we've got 25 more laps. 24 more laps. So I'm gonna have to shut this down and basically
How was the track?
It's also drying quickly. It is getting close.
Well, it's dry, but 80% chance in 3 minutes. Kind of want to leave them out there. Do I bring him in? Where's he at? See that? I don't know. This is where it's up. 80% in 2 minutes. It's drying up. The tires are going to start getting hot. But it could keep raining more. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I still see some rain coming down. I don't know. Here's Hulkenberg. I'm not seeing anybody pit yet. And I know you see the dry? This is coming down. It's at 0.77 now. And normally there's some rain right there. Normally, I forget what the rating is for these tires. If they're on dry, they start to get hot. It's fallen to 0.77 millimeters, but I'm looking at this though. 80% chance of rain in a minute. So in 1 minute, we'll see what this is again. If it stays at 80%, we stay. If it drops down, we may be looking at... That's 4:11 p.m. If it drops down from 80, we may be looking at pitting in to change tires. But I can't tell if the weather's going to clear up for the remainder or if we're between. It looks kind of like the clouds are starting to... Okay, 85 in 4 minutes. We're going to leave the intermediates on. Percentage chance just went up. Yeah, so when I'm done with this, I'm going to have to quickly close up, go up to bed. And then tomorrow, as I'm recording this, I come home from work at some point during the night. I got to slap this edit together so that this is up. Like I say, I'm recording this on a Monday. It should be up on Thursday? Or do I have it released on a Saturday? Because Friday's baseball. It'll come out in a few days from recording this. So as you're watching this, I recorded it earlier that week. But yeah. So yeah, as I record this in 2 days from now, it's another baseball game. We'll see. I might just take a little nap here, folks. If you hear me snorting about, talk about a videos. I was looking at my Azerbaijan race, got a lot of views. I don't know why. If you watch that one, like a lot of people have. We were never in it. Or was that? Yeah, I think it was Baku. We're just never in it. It was frustrating the whole time. And it got a lot of views. And I even got some subscribers from it. Maybe they like to see me suffer. But it was rough. It was rough. So yeah, now I think people watching this at Monaco, my my worse off driver's been in last place since the first lap, which is where he's been most of the season. My top driver, my furthest forward, is been hanging out in 11th place for dozens of laps, and it looks like that's the entire race. He's going to be racing around the track in 11th place, not catching the 10th place guy ahead of us. Which would mean that we'll lose another point to McLaren. Which is not what we need. And it's Monaco in the rain, and I'm yawning. and I'm boring and I'm done talking. And most of this race I've been talking about other things too. Not even this game, I've been talking about other games. And I think that's some of the problem I'm having for these long form races is I'm running out of things to talk about. Normally I start off, it's been so long between when I prepped for this race that I don't even recall it. Usually what I like to do is, because I do the race prep between races, again I said on Tommy Naperville on Twitch, if you want to watch the between race prep and stuff. I do that there, and then when I get to race day on YouTube, I sort of recap what I did. And I don't remember. I don't remember what I did. I think we got another chassis stamped out, our latest variant. We manufactured something. I want to say we were low on. There was like 2 parts that we had like 3 of. You know, 1 for each car to spare. Well, we should have 1 for each car and a spare for each car. And we're trying to work the factory up, trying to save up enough money. I need $7 million to be able to upgrade the factory so that we can hire more workers and manufacture more parts. Because right now the manufacturing, I mean, with the parts development and the manufacturing, it's track condition has changed to damp. Okay, yeah, let's see, it's back up again. Glad we didn't come off the intermediates. But now I hope it stays like this. It could even pick up. Like I said, we're only at 1 millimeter. 3 more to go. Yeah, so sorry, I got a little away from the microphone there. Try to move it a bit. I don't even have my most. I should use my more comfortable chair when I'm doing this because I'm really sitting here. Yeah, so fun stuff. I lose my train of thought when I'm this tired, then I get caught on talking about something else. What was I saying? Track. Oh yeah. So what happened between races? We manufactured a couple. So once we get the upgraded factory, I can manufacture more parts, have some more spares, and then really get this car working a little bit more. The way we've developed it, I think we've got a better, a notably better top speed and high speed cornering on this car than we did at the beginning of the season. We're still, I'd say if you did like a sort of an average of all of our different parts, I'd say out of 10 teams, we're probably the 6th in design. Probably 5 teams that have a better car. There's probably 3 teams that have a worse car. When you sum the condition and the strengths of all the various parts. That sounds about right to me. And I don't know really how to do that during the season. I guess a team that spends way more on development. I'm usually developing a part at a time. I guess I could. Ooh, I'm sorry, I just bumped the microphone. I could spend more money to develop more than one part at a time. Maybe that's the key. But then again, it brings me back to these drivers. I don't know if Kevin Magnussen and Keith Hulkenberg are the guys that are going to get on the podium. I mean, maybe not. I got to imagine there's an F1 guy out there that loves this and has played season after season, and he's probably got Kevin Magnussen. I should look that up sometime. Yeah, maybe you look that up when you're done watching my video. Don't leave now, but look up F1 Manager 23 Magnussen podium. Let's see if anybody's got Magnussen on the podium. I don't know. And, every season has its own mechanics. Digitally. You know what I'm saying. Coding, as far as different scenarios that put me in this. For whatever reason, Magnussen is just a lead balloon here in 2023. The 2025 season, 2023. He's way underperforming. He was pretty solid last year in the points most of the time. And now he hasn't been in the points for quite some time. The rain is picking up still. We're at 1.58. When we get up to 2 millimeters, we're halfway to the wets. And the weather looks dark out there. It doesn't look like it's going to thin out and stop raining. So now the question is it going to get heavier? I think, again, if I have to guess, I'd say we're probably going to stay with the intermediates for the remainder of the race. And that's where it's going to end. Now again, for Norris, he's here. This is the guy that's in front of us that we're chasing. And I just don't see getting him. I don't think anyone else is scheduled to pit if the rain stays the way it is. Yeah. Another thing I could upgrade is my weather center. Give me a better idea of the forecast. It would be nice to have more weather details on that. Lap 63 of 78, 15 laps to go. 15 more laps to go. So you're starting to hear the fans clapping. It'll be nice to end this race. Doggone, man. We're just not close enough to Norris to get that point. Once again, it looks like we're going to be out of the points in Monaco. And I thought coming into this that Kevin could go up a spot. Probably not 2, but he should go up a spot, I thought. And as far as I could tell, he started in 11th and ended 11th. Now, I don't remember if he actually started in 11th or 10th. He may have started in 10th and lost that spot to Norris and then just never got back. In which case, how big is your positioning? That's insane. Not that worried about De Vries. As you can see, he's 8.5 seconds behind us. We're 6.5 behind Norris. Norris is a minute behind the guy ahead of him, but yeah, we're closer to Norris in front of us than De Vries is to us. And it looks like De Vries he's gotten passed by Mercedes. I don't know if that's Russell or Hamilton, but yeah, shoot. I don't think we're gonna get the point here. I was pretty confident we can get a point in Monaco. That would be so nice. To get points in Monaco. Safety car deployed. What happened?
Now I'm just looking here.
Ocon.
Possibly Ocon's part of that. Now this was at turn 3.
Ooh.
And there's the contact. And that won't do their confidence any good.
No, that looks like...
And look at the team there. They all knew what that moment meant.
Nice and dry in the garage. In the garage. Oh, DRS disabled. Oh, are they okay? Everyone's okay. Oh, that's good to know.
Safety car.
I just saw that. And sorry for bumping the boom mic again. It's tough. I brought it out here by me. Welcome to copied. Okay. It was nice that Hulkenberg asked how he did, right? Because they would. Alright, I see the safety car moving in the pit lap and coming around. Well, now this... Oh, no. No, because now he's going to get ahead of... Oh, no, we're going to get stuck in behind him? We're going to be lead off? Do we get to pass the safety car? We do, okay. Alright, so we're going to line up the safety car with the lead first. But I think we're going to... This will let us catch up to Norris. This could be big. Interestingly. Alright, yeah, now it looks like Verstappen is on the safety car and the safety car is moving along much quicker. Now everyone else is going to stop in behind. Oh gosh, I keep hitting the microphone. I want it closer to me, so I brought it out like I said, but I have my arms folded and I bring it up and I itch my face. And now I think at one point they'll say that little lapped cars can go around the safety car. But I don't know how long the safety car is going to be out there. I mean, there was some damage on the track out there. But as it is right here, we're not even going to make it around. If the safety car came right back in, we wouldn't even catch him. You know? We wouldn't catch him at this point. Look at how great this looks. That's crazy. And he's definitely going slower with the weather, you know? Yeah, and I can start to see them piling up behind the safety car. And he's not coming in yet. He's going around. I don't know when or how we're going to catch him. This is crazy, the way this looks, you know? Coming out into the rain. 234 on the millimeters. Gotta be careful, man. We are still a ways back. We're like on the opposite side of the track. I don't think we're going to catch the safety car. Even those guys are going slow. We can't seem to catch up to them. I think, if I had to guess, probably the safety car will go around another lap. That he won't come in now. He'll go around again and then come in. Look at how far we are from him. This is incredible. And we're not catching him. We're gonna, we're really slow down right in here because there's a whole lot of turning going on. That safety car's safety car's outpacing us. Yeah, it's funny though. That we're way back here. Monaco's a funny place. Safety car's not coming back in. Like I said, he's out at least for another lap. And we're just not catching him. You know, you can see the safety car going around there with everybody else in tow. How do we not catch those jokers? Magnussen's actually in that group. We We should catch up to the back of this train now, because now they're going through the tight turns. And we're speeding up towards them. They're going through the horseshoe now. Coming around the other side of it. It's now coming around the back end. Okay, here we go. Now we're right on Norris. There's Norris right there. But then again, DeVries is going to come parking up behind us, isn't he? Wait, he's 9.76 seconds behind us.
I don't see my tips.
Alright, we are at Norris. We are real close. And he's right here. Although, we could get closer. Oh gosh. There you go, there's the closer you wanted. It's tough to watch that, you know. 10 laps to go, fans are cheering on. Excuse me. Alright, so we got a buffer behind us. We have a Mercedes behind us. And then DeVries is behind him. And we're giving a lot of space to go ahead, turn. Cars may now overtake. That's us. We're one of the lap cars. They're gonna start going around. But we can't overtake that many guys, though, can we? Oh, there we go. I don't know. All right, we can get around Aston Martin as well. Is this Piastri behind us? What's going on? Yeah, the lap cars we're starting to get around again. We have to stay with Norris. There we are. This is interesting. Okay, there we go. Make it around them. Tight on the inside. Wow, came to a stop actually. How's this passing here go with the laps and stuff? We can get around Ferrari. Can't we? Do we miss what's his face? Yeah, we can get around, and we should get around this guy here. Alright, thank you, sir. Now we gotta get around the pace car. There's a pace car right here. There we got around him. All right, now we could really blow on along with these guys here.
You can do this.
Copy.
All right, we're giving him the go-ahead to be aggressive, even though it's wet, and that could cause an accident. But as it is now, we're out of the points, so kind of want him to try and make his move on Norris, and this could be the difference here. Yeah, DeVries is right behind us there. This is tough. Maybe on the home stretch we'll use the DRS. Maybe that's what that means. There's Norris right here. We should be getting on him. On that home stretch we should put the DRS on. Alright, rain chance is coming down. But we're sticking with these tires the rest of the race. Even if they begin to overheat. Yeah, we did not use DRS there.
No more rain expected.
Copy.
So the safety car is in this lap.
This is interesting. There's a lot of
Get ready
interesting
to
stuff
go.
happening here.
Copy.
Rain expected to end. We have 7 more laps. Safety car's in. I told them to be aggressive. I don't think people are going to pit and change their tires. Five laps left. The question becomes, once it gets down low and the tires start to heat up, do we want to keep out there and push the tires if everyone else pits, or do we want to pit? And I think we stay out. Man, we got DeVries right on us, so. This is tough. Now all of a sudden we got Hulkenberg close to us. We don't have Norris. Where the heck is Norris? And DeVries is trying to pass us. He's being aggressive. Huh. There's Norris. How are we losing him? Norris, he's a good driver. He's not that good, is he? We're 2.5 behind him. DeVries is 1/3 of a second behind us. Well, I might be shaking him just a little here. 254 on the dampness. 5 laps left to go. I think we're good. We're going to keep the intermediates on the whole race. Yeah, he's already coming around that last turn. We need to be closer to him. I thought we were going to... And we were right behind him when I told him to... be aggressive. And right when I told him to do that, all of a sudden he peeled away and he was not aggressive. I don't see
6 laps to go.
DRS there, and yeah, DeVries is trying to make his move. I mean, Norris, he's not too far ahead. Still 5 laps. Okay, 4 laps to go. River stop and the sun's back out. It's dry under here. You can see the dampness is coming down here. The sun out. That's pretty good. Okay, we got the Reese right there. Alright, here we are.
Is it improving at all? It looks like to us it's not raining.
Copy.
Yeah, it does look that way, doesn't it?
5 laps to go.
Alright, fans starting to make some more noise. There's Norris, we're not catching him. But we're in the points all of a sudden. When did we get in the points? Who fell back? That's when did all of a sudden we become 10th? We're looking at a point here as long as DeVries doesn't get around us. And I have him being aggressive. I wonder if I should have him being defensive. I don't know. I don't think I want to monkey with it. I think I want to leave him aggressive.
How many laps to go?
4 laps to go.
We need to keep this. These two are racing for points here. I didn't think we had points. I almost... Well, now I'm thinking about it. It's like, oh man, I didn't even think we had a point. Now I'm worried about losing that point. You know? I haven't been watching Magnussen. He's 19th. Somehow he's not 20th anymore. He's gonna get... His teammate's gonna lap him. Wow, I mean... There's a nice little gap there. That's good. A half second's fine. I like more than a half second. That's what I like. He is right on us.
How many laps to go from now?
3 laps to go.
Copy.
Alright, he's trying hard. He's pushing. This is going to come down to the wire here.
Tyre temps look good.
Copy.
Yeah, we got an inch and a half. Nobody's going to come and pit now. Nobody. Oh, it's midnight. My local time. This has been an hour and 47, almost a 2-hour race here, people. Thanks for hanging with me. Sorry it took so long, but at least it looks like you may witness Haas getting their first point in a while, as in Monaco. As long as we don't lose it to DeVries here, and it looks like we're doing okay.
Two more time laps.
2 more time laps. We gotta keep him behind us. And he's pushing. I mean, we're pushing, but so's he. Final lap for Verstappen. Oh, that's awful close. That's awful close. Get out. Get away from him. Get away from him. Oh man, people. All right. When this thing finishes up, thanks for watching. Hopefully we're coming out of here with a point. And then we will see you next time. Again, if you want to go Tommy Naperville on Twitch to watch the In-Between Management, I recommend it. Otherwise, we'll see you, I think, in Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix. Thanks.
How many laps to go?
Starting the last time lap.
Okay, copy.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
How is the track?
And there it is, the Dutchman, Max Verstappen, has taken first.
And that's what happens when you drive with such skill and passion. They barely put a foot wrong.
I changed our strategy back to normal. I hope that doesn't bite me in the butt. Max Verstappen right now has just won every single race this season so far, which is crazy. And as far as I understand, Max Verstappen actually lives here in Monaco, so it's kind of like a hometown win. He's not from here originally, but he lives here now. Again, thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you at the next one.
Checkered flag. Very tough. Over and out.
Kevin Magnussen, not going to be happy with how things unfolded today.
You know, I don't think many would have expected to see them finishing outside the top 10. They'll be aiming much higher than that, I assure you.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
It almost feels like it doesn't need saying after a 7th win, but another stunning performance today.
Always a special occasion here in the incomparable Monte Carlo. They'll be pushing the boat out here tonight, no doubt. Now, Karun, I'd be really keen to know, how do you think the Haas team will be reflecting on today's result?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And thank you everyone for joining us this weekend here in Monaco.
Formula One will be back to Europe for the next round, on the shores of the Mediterranean, with some heated competition to look forward to in Spain.